Welcome to Climax Scots Football TV. The Panthers improved to 3-0 on the young season by registering a 38-7 win over Adrian Lenawee Christian Friday night on the road. A 2-yard touchdown run by Logan Simmons and extra point kick by Josh Fleck at the 6:47 mark of the first quarter got CS off and running. The defense thwarted a Cougar drive moments later and helped CS seize the momentum again. After Adrian Lenawee Christian marched to the CS 11-yard line, a Panther player knocked the ball loose, and then Kyle Bowering picked up the fumble, scampering 77 yards to the Adrian Lenawee Christian 12-yard line. Eschheis finished the drive with a 1-yard plunge, and Fleck kicked the extra point for a 14-0 Panther lead after 3 quarters. Shortly after the Cougars started their first drive of the second quarter, Eschheis recovered another fumble, giving his team the ball at the Lenawee Christian 37-yard line at the 11:04 mark. And Ethan Vosberg to Isaac Swager 15-yard pickup on a pass play put CS on the Cougars 16-yard line, and then moments later, Vosberg hooked up with Eschheis on a 13-yard pass play for a touchdown, giving the Panthers a 20-0 advantage with 8:34 left in the first half. Fleck kicked the extra point. CS took advantage of another Cougar turnover moments later when Sam Eschheis intercepted a pass and made a long return to the Lenawee Christian 13-yard line with 5:28 left in the second quarter. Logan Simmons then ran over the goal line on a 7-yard run with 4:43 left in the first half. Josh Fleck kicked the extra point, giving CS a 28-0 advantage. And Ethan Vosberg to Logan Simmons' pass put CS in position to try for a field goal. Josh Fleck attempted a 40-yard field goal shortly before halftime that fell short, but the Panthers walked off the field with a commanding 28-0 lead at the intermission. Turnovers continued to haunt Lenawee Christian in the second half as well, as Ethan Vosberg stepped in front of a Grant Holbein pass and returned it to the Adrian Lenawee Christian 44-yard line, setting up another CS score. After hauling in a 35-yard pass from Vosberg, Eschheis completed the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run with 6:40 left in the third quarter, and then Fleck kicked the extra point, sending CS into the locker room with a commanding 35-0 lead. A 33-yard field goal by Josh Fleck with 7:20 left in the game completed the Panther scoring for the evening. 31 yards. The Panthers came close to recording the shutout, but Adrian Lenawee Christian finally dented the goal line on a 9-yard pass play with 1:46 left in the game. The extra point kick established the final score. While recording the shutout would have been nice, the CS defense was very impressive all night long. The Panther running game, which piled up 419 yards at New Buffalo the previous week, managed just 120 yards on the ground, with Logan Simmons' 40 yards on 15 carries leading the way. Taylor McNally led the Panther defense with 8 tackles, Simmons had 7 tackles, and Sean Arnett added 6 tackles. After the game, Coach Langs talked about the team's performance, some highlights, and the home opener that takes place September 20 at 7 p.m. against North Adams Jerome at Big Blue Stadium.
Good job, Lou. Good job, Lou. Shake your hands. Helmets on. Nice game. Nice job, Sammy. Great job. Good job, Benny. Good job, Lou.
And the final score for tonight's ball game will be Climax Scots 38-7.
We got Coach Langs here after a beautiful win at Adrian Lenawee Christian. Coach, what was the most satisfying part about this win tonight for your team?
Defense. I thought defense was huge. To shut out a team with that kind of athleticism in the first half. Congratulations to them. They scored there at the end. But I thought defense was the key part of this, and kids like Logan DeKilder, a senior who he's never started a game, came in today with some of the injuries we've had, made just 2 huge plays, and Darren Gibson goes to special teams. Chase Audette goes to tackle. So those kind of things are the most satisfying.
Yeah. And then, Coach, when you come in here to Adrian, they had some students that were some tall men were able to play for the first time. How did you defend that pass?
Well, the best we could. Not easy, Josh Fleck, bless his heart. That's 5'7" versus 6'7". But our kids battle. We talked about it. Physicalness doesn't come in size. Physicalness comes in attitude. And I thought we were able to do that, our part of that today. So.
Yeah. Now we finally get to go home to Big Blue Stadium next Friday. Just talk about getting back to that home confines and that fans.
Yeah, we'd love to get in that tunnel, smell that popcorn, and so we're excited to be back home in front of the 2 communities of Scotts and Climax.
Yeah. What are some of the traditions you enjoy seeing? I think Mama gets her blanket up there about noon.
About noon when all those blankets are out are great. I love to see Coach Munson there, Coach Wade directing traffic. I love the tunnel. I love that pregame part of that. And a lot of times just standing on that sidewalk and overlooking what we have. So I still always think back to Troy Wilson in 03. Every time I think about that, I think about Troy Wilson in 03. So
that's great. That's wonderful. Now you win your SCAA opener tonight. That's pretty big. Your goal is to win the league.
Yep. First thing we take care of is our league and our rival games, and so playing Adrian, who we think's got a shot at being a playoff team, is good news. And then we got North Adams Jerome, who's been we've played them some great games, and Camden Frontier and Homecoming. Then my goodness, who comes to town but the Pittsford Wildcats? Yeah, that'll be a dandy too. Yep. Well, Coach Lange, congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks, Scoop. Don't forget, we'll be honking at your house. I look forward to Logan Simmons, who carried the ball 15 times for 40 yards and added 7 tackles on the defensive side of the football, talked about the win and gearing up for the home opener. We got Logan Simmons here again. Logan, just talk about, you almost shut this team out. That was quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, they're a very quality team. They gave up some big plays to us, but they're dangerous, and they had some good athletes. The number 28, great athlete, and they ran the ball hard. They hit hard, a lot harder than I expected, and I think we executed better than we have in a long time, and it really showed tonight, offense, defense, and they were stopping traps tonight, and we swung it out, and Coach Lange did a great job with switching it up, and I feel like everyone really executed their stuff tonight a lot, and it was a big bang in the conference opener. That's cool. It was fun last week. You kind of had a breakout game. Now talk about Sam Eschice this week. He had a real nice game too. Yeah, he really needed that. Sam's a great player. He's got such an athlete in space, and that was good for him. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later, and sometimes it's how you match up, and he really, offensively and defensively, he's running the ball harder than I've ever seen him run. He's making great plays. Most of all is the mental side. He's where he needs to be on defense, and he's, that was huge for him, and I'm glad it happened. And then finally, Logan, you're finally coming home next week. Talk about that home opener at Big Blue Stadium. Yeah, I can't wait. It's my last first game at Big Blue Stadium, so I'm pretty excited about it, and I feel like we set the tone really well tonight in the conference, and we got North Adams next week, so it'll be a good game. I know they're some pretty big usually, and they hit hard, so I'm looking forward to it. When you go home, you got great following on the road, Logan, but when the stands are packed, do the players really appreciate that? Yeah, and it's kind of in that bowl a little bit, and you really hear it, and it's a huge crowd. We travel very well and always bring lots of fans, but people are going to be out, especially with the long distance trips we've had the last couple of games. There's just going to be a big crowd, and it's a cool atmosphere to play in. That's great. Well, congratulations, Logan. Thank you. Sam Eschice, who scored 3 touchdowns, talked about his big game and how much he's looking forward to the home opener next Friday. Okay, we got Sam Eschice here, senior this year. Just talk about that game tonight, Sam. You look like you were really fired up.
Oh, yeah. This team is a great team. They had a lot of good athletes, all-state athletes, tall athletes, strong athletes. We knew they were going to be a tough game. They are a great team. Just a bunch of athletic guys, and we knew it was going to be tough, and we just had to be fired up, and I think that's what we did tonight.
Sam, you were really inspired. You had a great game on both sides of the ball tonight. Just talk about your performance.
It's great to perform well, but I can't do it on my own. It's all my teammates. They help me out with the fans cheering, coaches telling me what to do. It's great feeling.
You know, you guys like to see the positives. Your coach talked about Logan DeKilder. He started for the first time. Just talk about how cool that is for you to see a teammate get that kind of fun.
Oh, it's really cool. You know, they're usually on the sideline cheering or whatever. That's normally what they do. It's cool to see him get in, make some big plays, and he definitely did that tonight.
That's fun, great. And finally, Sam, what's that going to be like coming back to Big Blue Stadium next week for the first time?
Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to hit that surrender sign and run on to all the fans. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait.
Do you get you get a little bit of butterflies for that home opener?
I mean, every game I get butterflies, but I mean, especially at the home opener, it'll be special.
Well, great. Well, we look forward to seeing you come by the Crescent and honking your horn on the bus.
We will.
Thanks, Sam.
Senior Kyle Bowering, who attended Adrian Lenawee Christian, visited the Crescent staff about helping his team capture a win in his return to Cougarland and about the approaching home opener.
Senior Kyle Bowering, Kyle, just talk about coming back here to Adrian Lenawee Christian and getting a win here.
It was a lot of fun. Came in kind of nervous knowing that they had 3 big kids that just transferred, but it was a lot of fun, and I got to see all my old friends, so yeah.
You were here from 1st grade to 7th?
Yes, and I played basketball and baseball and soccer with all these guys.
That must have been kind of different for you, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, imagine once you get on the field, though, it's all business.
Oh yeah, yep. There was no friendship going on there. So.
Yeah.
But, they're all nice, and we were giving hands up and everything, so it was all good.
You bet. Kyle, you guys almost had a shutout tonight. Do you think your defense was maybe the brightest point tonight?
Yeah, our defense was really strong tonight. I was really pleased, and we did really well.
You're going back home for the first time after 3 road games. Talk about what that experience will be like for you.
I don't know. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't had any real experience with a big crowd for football, so I'm really excited.
Well, that's great. Well, congratulations tonight again, Kyle.
Thanks.
Remember now, the Panthers return home this Friday for their home opener against North Adams Jerome and another key SCAA clash at Big Blue Stadium.
28. Bowling score 126.
Reporting live from Adrian Lenawee Christian, this is Scoop for www.theclimaxcrescent.com.
Yeah, big look. Let's go.
All right.